Once upon a time, in a sun-drenched forest filled with the melodies of life, there lived a little bird. This wasn't just any bird. He was exceptionally beautiful, with feathers that shimmered like 1,000 tiny jewels whenever the sunlight touched them. But beyond his stunning appearance, this bird had a peculiar and deeply ingrained habit. Every single day, without fail, he would find a smooth, flat stone. With the sharp point of his beak, he would meticulously etch into it the events of his day. He recorded everything: the sweet taste of a ripe berry, the joy of a soaring flight, the warmth of the sun on his wings. These were his good memories. But he also recorded the harsh words of another creature, the fear of a lurking predator, the sting of a cold rain. These were his bad memories. Once a memory was carved, he would place the stone into a small, sturdy bag that he carried with him everywhere. He was never without it. As days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, something predictable yet tragic began to happen. The bag, once light as a feather, grew heavier and heavier. At first, it was just a minor inconvenience, a slight drag on his flight. But soon the weight became a real burden. "Oh no," the little bird would sigh to himself, his breath catching as he struggled to gain altitude. "This bag is getting so heavy, but I must carry it. These memories are all I have." He believed with all his heart that his past defined him, and to let go of even one stone would be to lose a piece of himself. One evening, as the little bird was resting on a branch, panting from the effort of carrying his heavy load, a wise old owl landed silently beside him. The owl, with her large, perceptive eyes, noticed the strain on the little bird's face and the way his wings drooped under the weight of his bag. "Hello, little friend," she hooted softly, her voice calm and gentle. "I've been watching you. Tell me, why do you carry such a heavy bag? It seems to cause you great difficulty." The little bird, grateful for the chance to rest, shifted the weight of his burden. "I write everything down," he explained, a hint of pride mixed with his exhaustion. "Everything that happens to me, the good, the bad, all of it. Each memory is a stone in this bag." The owl nodded slowly, her gaze filled with an ancient understanding. "Listen to me," she said, her voice dropping to a near whisper. "Your memories are valuable. Yes, but they are lessons, not anchors. The life you are living is happening right now, in this very breath. To truly live, you must be free. You cannot soar towards the future if you are tethered to the weight of your past. Don't carry it with you. Learn from it and then let it go. Enjoy this moment." The little bird shook his head stubbornly. "No," he chirped, clutching his bag tighter. "You don't understand. I want to keep everything. Every single stone is important to me. They are who I am." The owl simply looked at him with a sad kindness before spreading her own powerful, unburdened wings and disappearing into the twilight. The days went by, and just as the owl knew they would, the little bird's bag grew heavier and heavier. Each new sunrise brought a new stone, a new memory, and a new ounce of weight added to his ever-growing load. Flying became an arduous, painful task. He could no longer chase butterflies or dance on the wind. He could only manage short, desperate flutters from one low branch to another. "Oh no, it's too heavy. It's just too heavy. I can barely fly," he would gasp, his tiny heart pounding in his chest. His beautiful shimmering feathers were now often ruffled and dull from the constant strain. Then, one fateful afternoon, the sky turned a dark, angry gray. A storm rolled in, unleashing a torrential downpour. The rain soaked the little bird's feathers, making him even heavier. It seeped into his bag, adding to the crushing weight of the stones. He was perched on a high branch, trying to find shelter when a sudden violent gust of wind hit him. He tried to fight it, to beat his wings and hold his position, but he had no strength left. The bag, his collection of a lifetime, was simply too heavy. It pulled him backward, and with a small, terrified cry, he lost his grip and fell from the sky. He landed hard on the forest floor, the weight of the bag pinning him down. He struggled, but he couldn't get up. He was trapped by the very things he refused to let go of. As the rain began to soften, the wise old owl flew by, her flight silent and graceful. She saw the little bird, broken and defeated, lying on the wet leaves. She landed beside him, her heart filled with sorrow. "Little friend," she said softly, her voice full of compassion. "Life is today. The past is gone. Whether it was good or bad, it is over. It exists now only as a lesson. By holding on to every worry, every regret, and even every old triumph, you prevented yourself from living. Let go of old sorrows. Let go of old burdens. Live in this moment. That, my dear friend, is the secret to true happiness." The little bird, in his final moments, looked at the heavy bag that had brought him down. He finally understood the owl's wisdom, but for him, the lesson was learned too late. This story carries a powerful moral for all of us. It's so easy to become like that little bird, isn't it? We collect our past experiences, our hurts, our mistakes, our triumphs, and we carry them with us every single day. We let them weigh us down, define our choices, and limit our potential. We think that by holding on to them, we're honoring our journey, but in reality, we're just making it harder to fly. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. It's meant to be learned from, not lived in. Think about that bag. What stones are you carrying? Are they regrets from a past relationship? A mistake you made at work years ago? A harsh word someone said to you? Or maybe even past successes that you so afraid of not being able to replicate that you do uneven try? Each one of those stones, no matter how small, adds weight. And over time, that weight becomes exhausting. It stops you from being present, from enjoying the beauty of right now. It robs you of your energy, your creativity, and your joy. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending the past didn't happen. It means accepting that it happened, extracting the lesson it taught you, and then releasing the emotional weight associated with it. You take the wisdom, but you leave the burden behind. Imagine what you could do if you weren't carrying that bag. How high could you fly? How freely could you move? How much more energy would you have to pour into your passions, your relationships, and your own well-being today? Your life is happening now. This moment is the only one you truly have. Don't sacrifice the beauty of today for the weight of yesterday. Learn from your past, but don't let it anchor you. Live in the present and truly, deeply enjoy every moment of your incredible life. That is where you'll find your wings. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that helps you live a more mindful and fulfilling life. We'll see you in the next one.